Man, I honestly don't know what to say, guys. I'm very agitated. I'm not gonna lie. Just coming off watching Payback, God, I'm just so damn agitated. But I'll remain professional. I'll be professional here for you guys, and I'll get through this review. We'll get through this. I'm gonna give you guys my honesty, as I always do. When it comes to these videos, I give you my utmost honesty as I can. You don't have to agree with what I say, but at the end of the day, I'm just telling you guys, this could be a very brutal. Review. Well, mainly for one match, but honestly, I don't really know what to say. It's just ridiculous. So, let's get this over with. So we started with, on the pre-show, we had the Riot Squad defeat the Iconics. Predictable, I knew that was going to happen, and obviously, who eats the pin? Billy Kay. Obviously. As they always do. But because they treat her as the weak link of the Iconics. They treat Peyton Royce as the star of the team. Next we have Bobby Trashley taking on Apollo Crews for the United States Championship. Again, it was so obvious that Bobby Trashley was going to win the United States Championship. That's it for Apollo. He's done. They've pretty much killed everything they've done about Apollo. Apollo is going to go right back to the way he was before. Apollo had a solid run as champion, and now they've pretty much put an end to it. All in the name of the Hurt Business. You see, what I would have done is that I would not have done Bobby Lashley yet. I would have done Shelton Benjamin. The fact that MVP had to resort immediately to Bobby Lashley after failing like about, 3 times? I would have just had MVP have Shelton Benjamin face Apollo next, and then you would have Apollo beat Shelton, and then you'd do Bobby. But no, they didn't even want to give Shelton Benjamin a chance to compete for the United States Championship. You never know, Shelton Benjamin might have gotten the job done. But whatever. It was exactly the way I expected it. It was exactly what I expected. Bobby Lashley is now a 2-time United States Champion. The first time he's been United States Champion since 2006. We had Big E face Sheamus. This was actually a pretty good match. Big E would get the win with the big ending on Sheamus for the 3 count. Then we'd have the Barefoot Bum, Matt Riddle. We have the Barefoot Bum take on the King Corbin, King of the Ring. Baron Corbin just needs to get rid of it. Baron Corbin needs to get rid of the King of the Ring gimmick. I'm kind of sick of it, to be honest. I'm kind of tired of it. Like, every time when WWE gives someone the King of the Ring, they never do anything with them. When was the last time the King of the Ring actually meant something? It's been a long time, that's for sure. Now it's just an accolade. Normally, back in the day, if you were to win the King of the Ring tournament, it would grant you a championship match at SummerSlam. But now, it's just, here, put a crown on, put a robe on, have a scepter, your character is now a king. It's ridiculous. Matt Riddle wins this match, which doesn't surprise me. Barefoot Bum. That's all I gotta say about that. Next we have the dreaded moment. Sasha and Bayley defending their tag team titles against Nia Trash and Shayna Trashler. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys that I expect it was exactly the way, and tell you guys, well, I think I worded myself wrong. I think I worded everything I just said wrong. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Long story short, this is exactly the way I expected it to go. I wasn't surprised by this outcome. I was more pissed off. I was more pissed off because I knew WWE would do something like this. Because WWE has this real nasty habit, and I've said this. I said this. They have got a nasty, nasty, nasty habit on having two people that don't like each other, or they're just a random pairing. They have this nasty habit of making them win. Sheamus and Cesaro, Braun Strowman and a 10-year-old kid, Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman, John Cena and Shawn Michaels, John Cena and Batista, John Cena and The Miz. WWE has had nasty habits on having non-official tag teams just compete for the tag team titles and they end up winning them. Shane McMahon and The Miz is another one. They were a random pair just to make them tag team champions. I am so damn sick and tired of WWE screwing Sasha Banks. She is an if I told you she's an 8-time champion, you'd probably think I'm lying. The fact that this woman is an 8-time champion and she's 28 years old. And the fact that this woman can't even get a title run that lasts a month. It doesn't last long. Everything that Sasha touches just never lasts long. Carmella. In 2018, she had one of the worst women's championship reigns I have ever seen in my entire life. And this woman was given a reign of 130 days. And this woman put on shit match after shit match after shit match after shit match. Beating Charlotte multiple times. Beating Asuka multiple times. In the most non-believable fashions. You have Alexa Bliss, who's a 7-time champion. And funny enough, she's had more longer reigns than Sasha Banks. Alexa Bliss took the championship from Sasha Banks and she went on to have a championship run of 223 days. She was champion for 7 months. But no, Sasha Banks can't even be champion for at least a month. And look, I understand. Before anybody gets upset at me, I understand this loss was meant to create more sympathy for Sasha, and it was supposed to create more tension to their breakup. I understand that. But did it really have to be the Shayna and Nia? I would have rather Sasha and Bayley beat Nia and Shayna, and then the very next night on Raw, they issue an open challenge, Riot Squad comes out, and the Riot Squad beat them. I would much rather that. Talk about devaluing your titles, just give them to Shayna and Nia. Yeah, like Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax are going to go to NXT. Huh? Yeah, like they'll go to NXT to face Shotzi Blackheart and Rhea Ripley. Like they will challenge anyone in NXT. Now we're going to be dealing with them on SmackDown as well. If they even appear on SmackDown. Which they will, because you know they have to. The whole point is that Sasha and Bayley losing these belts is to create more tension for their breakup. And I understand that. But I'm just getting so damn sick and tired of how Sasha Banks is treated every single time. They literally took the Summer of Sasha seriously. They literally took that tagline seriously. Gave her all the titles, made her look like she's on top of the world, and then once the summer arrives, sorry guys, it's over. Fun's over. Let's just chop Sasha's legs. Let's just chop Sasha's legs in half and take everything away from her. She goes from 2 belts Banks to no belts Banks in a span of a month. You call that fair? I don't call that fair. And the fact of the matter is that it was Bayley. Once again, Bayley is the one that costs Sasha everything. For a second time, Bayley has messed up. First, Bayley costs Sasha Banks the Raw Women's Championship. Now she costs Sasha the tag team titles. Sasha tries her damnedest to try and make sure Bayley doesn't tap out, and Bayley taps. I don't want to see a rematch. I don't even want to see these two have a rematch on Raw, because what's the damn point? What's the damn point in having them have a rematch? Oh, the rematch could lead to their breakup. No, thank you. I don't want a rematch. It's unnecessary. It's not needed. Like that rematch that Sasha had against Asuka on Raw. That wasn't needed. What was the point of it? Sasha and Bayley need to break up on SmackDown. There is no way in hell Sasha Banks is just going to accept this. There's no way she's going to accept this. Sasha and Bayley are done on Raw. They can't go back. They can't go back to Raw now. They're done. Monday Night Banks is over. It's over for them on Raw. They've only been able to go to Raw because of the tag team titles. And because they don't have them anymore, there's no reason for them to be on Raw. That means Shayna and Nia now have to defend their titles against either the Iconics or the Riot Squad, because that is basically the only brand that has tag teams. Oh yeah, and Natalya and Lana. Yeah, what a tag team division we have, ladies and gentlemen. You're splitting up Alexa and Nikki, and now you're getting ready to split up Sasha and Bayley. Yeah, what a tag team division. Yeah, what a tag team division. That's what I'm saying. There's no reason to have Sasha and Bayley be on Raw. Because you got the Riots, the Iconics, and Natty and Lana as your tag teams. You may as well just have Shayna and Nia deal with them. I just want Sasha and Bayley to focus on their breakup now. That's all you gotta do. No reason for them to have a rematch for the tag team titles. Just focus on their breakup. What I would do is that I'd set up a match between them at Clash of Champions. You would have their first match take place at Clash of Champions. Bayley gets herself disqualified. That is the first thing you do. Clash of Champions, Bayley cowers out. She gets herself disqualified because Bayley, she has proven time and time again that the SmackDown Women's Championship means more to her than her friendship with Sasha Banks. That's why she lost the tag team titles. She lost on purpose. She didn't lose because she didn't lose. She lost on purpose because she doesn't care about her friendship with Sasha. Sasha Banks is clearly going to be the babyface in this story. She's not going to be the heel. After everything Bayley has said to Sasha Banks, there is no way Sasha's going to be the heel. Anyway, that's how you'd set up the first match. Then the second match is going to take place at Evolution 2. Because Hell in a Cell has been moved to November. Listen to me. Hell in a Cell has been moved to November. It's not taking place in October. You have Evolution 2 take place in October. You have Sasha Banks win the title there. You have Sasha Banks win the title at Evolution 2, and then you set up the final chapter between the two of them at Hell in a Cell. And you put the two of them inside the Hell in a Cell, and you have Sasha Banks defeat Bayley to retain her title, and not only she retains her title, she finally wins a Hell in a Cell match. That is how you right the wrong. And then after that, you have Sasha go on a long championship run. That's all we ask for. That's all we ask for. Sasha Banks to have a long, lengthy run. A reign that we can enjoy. A reign that we can be proud of. That's all we ask for. It's all I ask for. Sasha said it herself. She said it best in 2017 that one time. You don't need a championship to be the best. But in my opinion, she does need a championship to finally prove to everybody that she's not a choke artist. Just have her beat Bayley at Evolution, and you do the rematch inside the Hell in a Cell, and then Bayley beats her, and then you have Sasha beat Bayley. Then you have Sasha beat Bayley, and then you have Sasha go on a long run. Simple as that. What do you do with Nia and Shayna? I personally don't give a shit. Just have them lose to the Riot Squad. That's all I'd say. Then you have Keith Lee. Then we have Keith Lee versus Randy Orton. I honestly didn't mind this match. I wasn't mad that Randy lost. Randy Orton putting over the a young talent like Keith Lee. It didn't matter to me. It made sense to me. Seeing Randy Orton put over Keith Lee was great. And to all those people that claimed that Keith Lee is buried, I guess you're wrong. I guess you're wrong. Keith Lee's not buried. You're basking in the glory. We're basking in the glory of Keith Lee. Then we have the Mysterios, Dominic and Rey, defeating Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. At the end of the match, this was the only thing that interests me. At the end of the match, you see Seth Rollins looking at Murphy with an evil look. Just disappointed and angry at Murphy for losing. You know what? Do it. Break them up too. If you want to break them up too, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with making Buddy Murphy a babyface. If Seth Rollins is pissed that Murphy let him down, you have Seth turn on him. Simple as that. And then the main event was the Triple Threat Universal title match. Now, we all expected this, okay? We all knew Roman was winning. And the way they had Roman win was, you know, kind of weird. But I understood it because it's a heel tactic. They had Roman Reigns come in at the very end. They had Roman come out right after Braun and Bray literally killed each other. They destroyed the ring. They destroyed the ring. They beat the crap out of each other. Then Roman comes out. He signs the contract. He literally waited. He literally waited right at the end to sign the contract, goes in, and wins the Universal Championship. Well, he didn't win it straight away. He went to pin The Fiend. The Fiend kicked out. He went to pin Braun. Braun kicked out. Started smashing him. He started beating them up with the chair. The Fiend did the Man of a Claw. And then Roman would eventually hit the spear on Braun and pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns is your new Universal Champion, as we expected. As we expected Roman to do it. We expected Roman to win. So, I'm not mad. I'm liking the fact that Roman's a heel. And I think this is going to be a really good heel run. I think this is going to be a really good heel run for Roman. The only question is, who's going to be the number one babyface that's going to eventually challenge him? AJ Styles? Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. I said AJ Styles should be elevated to the Universal Championship picture. Why not turn AJ Styles babyface and have him challenge Roman Reigns? You know, AJ Styles hates Paul Heyman, so why not turn it into a storyline? Makes sense to me. But I've been hearing AJ Styles might want to go back to... Now I'm hearing AJ Styles wants to go back to Raw because he doesn't want to work with Paul Heyman because Paul Heyman's on SmackDown. So that might not even happen. Anyway, guys, that is your Payback review. Hope you guys enjoyed my little mini rant on Sasha and Bayley. Hit that thumbs up if you guys did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new. And I will see you all next time.